This video is all about how to fix low GPU usage and high CPU usage in games using advanced Windows tweaks and hidden optimizations. If you've been struggling with stutters, frame drops, or your GPU sitting idle while your CPU is maxed out, this video will show you how to balance everything for smooth, high-performance gameplay. Stick around until the end, and don't forget to subscribe for more gaming performance tips. So guys, in the first step, we will adjust CPU affinity and priority to make sure your game uses the most powerful cores first and reduces unnecessary load on weaker cores. To start, open your task manager and go to the Details tab, where all running processes are listed. Look for your game's process, right-click on it, and select Set Affinity. Here you'll see a list of all CPU cores available. Uncheck all cores first, and then select only the high-performance cores that are usually numbered in the higher range or are marked differently by your CPU software. After doing this, right-click the same process again, go to Set Priority, and select High. This tells Windows to give more CPU attention to the game process compared to other background tasks. Now you should notice that the game's CPU usage becomes more distributed, and the GPU starts working harder because it is no longer waiting on slow cores. This small but advanced tweak often reduces stuttering and keeps your frames more consistent, especially in crowded or high action areas. Alright guys, in the next step, we will disable full screen optimizations in Windows to reduce unnecessary CPU overhead that can interfere with the game's rendering pipeline. This step is often overlooked but can make a noticeable difference in performance, especially on modern systems where Windows tries to manage full screen applications automatically. To do this, navigate to the folder where your game is installed. Right-click the game executable and select Properties. In the Properties window, go to the Compatibility tab and check the box labeled Disable Full Screen Optimizations. Then click Apply to save the changes. Once this is done, relaunch your game and observe how the CPU behaves during gameplay. You will often notice that CPU spikes are reduced. The GPU starts working more consistently, and overall frame pacing feels smoother. Now guys, in the next step, we will enable threaded optimization and multi-core rendering to make full use of all your CPU cores, allowing the game to handle AI, physics, and rendering simultaneously instead of overloading a single core. To implement this, open your NVIDIA control panel and go to Manage 3D Settings. Under the Global Settings tab, scroll until you find Power Management Mode. By default, this is set to adaptive or optimal power. That is the main reason why your GPU stays at low usage, like 40% or 50%, even when you are inside a heavy game. Change this setting to prefer maximum performance. This forces your GPU to always stay at its highest performance state whenever a game is running. Next, find the option Low Latency Mode. Set it to Ultra. What this does is reduce the number of frames the CPU pre-renders before sending them to the GPU. By switching to Ultra, the GPU starts receiving frames faster, which increases its workload and pushes the usage higher. After that, scroll down to Vertical Sync, VSync, and turn it off. When VSync is on, the GPU is forced to lock its frame output to match the monitor refresh rate. This artificially lowers GPU usage because the card stops rendering more frames once the refresh rate limit is reached. By turning VSync, you allow the GPU to work freely at its maximum capacity. Now find Threaded Optimization. Make sure it is set to On. This option allows the GPU to use multiple CPU threads to feed itself data. If it is off, the GPU receives data more slowly, which again results in low GPU usage. With it enabled, your GPU gets a steady stream of work and does not stay idle. Finally, apply these changes. Now you should notice a more even distribution across all cores, and the GPU will begin to show higher utilization because the CPU is no longer the bottleneck. Now guys, if you're struggling with lag or high ping in your games, Gear Up Booster is the ultimate fix. Here's how it works. To get started with Gear Up Booster, download the tool from the official website using the link in the description. After downloading, install it on your PC. Once installed, you'll see the Gear Up Booster interface. The first thing you'll need to do is log in with your Facebook or Google account. On the Home tab, you'll find all the games installed on your PC. If you go to the Games tab, you can browse thousands of games available for optimization. To optimize your network and FPS, return to the Home tab and select the game you want to boost. Roblox, Fortnite, or any game. Click the Boost button and the tool will begin optimizing the game. It will automatically find the best server for you. Next, you'll need to choose your server region. Select the nearest server for the best connection. In my case, the middle server works best. After selecting the server, close the window. Now go to the Nod tab where you'll see a list of servers available in the Middle East. Choose the nearest one or let GearUp automatically pick the best server for you. I recommend setting it to automatic for the best results. Finally, close the window and launch your game using GearUp Booster. This will help you optimize Fortnite or any other game for lower ping and higher FPS. So guys, in the next step, we will disable CPU core parking through the Windows registry. This is really important because Windows sometimes parks or throttles certain cores to save power, which can lead to high CPU spikes on active cores and lower GPU utilization, causing stutters or frame drops in intense gaming scenes. To begin, type Registry Editor into the Start menu search bar. Then right-click it and select Run as Administrator. Once the Registry Editor is open, copy the first registry path provided in the video description and paste it into the address bar, then hit Enter. This specific registry location controls CPU core parking, which is a power-saving feature that limits processor activity when the system thinks it doesn't need all cores. Disabling core parking ensures all your CPU cores remain fully available for the game, giving you maximum processing power. Once you're in the correct registry key, look for the entry labeled Max. Right-click on it, select Modify, and change its value data to 100. Make sure the base is set to hexadecimal before clicking OK. This forces your system to use 100% of your CPU capacity under load, preventing Windows from limiting performance on active cores. Next, locate the entry named Minimum. Right-click and select Modify as well. Set the value data to 0, which stops Windows from throttling down your CPU during periods of low usage. Again, confirm that the base is hexadecimal and apply the changes. After completing these steps, close the registry editor and restart your computer to ensure the changes take effect. Once your system reboots, your CPU will no longer park cores, which leads to smoother gameplay, more consistent frame rates, and better GPU utilization as the CPU can now handle all tasks efficiently. And that's it for all the tweaks to fix high CPU and low GPU usage. Try them out and enjoy smoother gameplay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more advanced gaming tips.